So today is my birthday. I just turned 22 and I would like to share 9 things that I've learned this year. Since I moved to Bangkok, I have learned a lot about myself lately. I just realized that this is the beginning of my adulthood. So the first thing I learned is that taking care of my mental and physical well-being is important. Because throughout this life, I only have one mind and one body. I have to take good care of them. So I have to keep them healthy and in shape with care. So I'm the one who is responsible for my activities and the choices I make. So if I don't care of my emotions, thoughts, and physical health, I will likely collapse sooner or later. No matter what I want to do, if I am physically and mentally not well, then I can do anything. For my physical health, I make sure to do some activities to stay in shape. Exercise helps me reduce my anxiety and depression. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live in. So for the mind, it can be powerful and harmful, depending on how I take care of myself. There's a quote that says, you can pour from an empty cup, take care of yourself. I started meditating again for 30 minutes every day. It helps me prevent anxiety, increase self-awareness, reduce negative emotions, and increase creativity. I journal a lot lately, which led to the second thing I learned this year. It's journaling regularly every day. Journaling helps me regulate my thoughts, and I think it helps me get to know more about myself. So whenever I'm facing the problem, I start breaking down the mental clog in my mind. So I journal my thoughts to keep track of whatever I'm feeling, sad or happy. Your journal is like a dear friend who listens without judgment and offers insights with it. Third thing is that freedom comes at a price. It's been a year since I left my country and I have been studying here for a year now. It's hard to leave my comfort zone and my safe place, not being able to eat delicious foods that my mom made and traditional foods, and a harsh transition of the weather or dealing with homesickness. So nobody is here to remind me what to do. I have the freedom to do whatever I want since I'm no longer living with my parents. So I have freedom. But the bad side is that I am the one in charge. Whenever the problem arises, I have to decide what to do. I'm the one managing my time with what I do at the moment. My mom was like a clock to remind me when to eat and sleep. But here, I have to do it myself. I'm the one who is responsible here. So the point is that I have the freedom to do whatever I want. If I am not careful about myself, I'm the one who is going to suffer from the consequences of my choices. Or it might even affect my parents, which also led to the other realization about the importance of self-discipline and management. Since I like being productive, I always make sure to learn something new every day. I make sure that I have proper sleep patterns, that I have meals on time, and that I am on track with the dreams I want to achieve. I make sure to keep my mind and body healthy. The other thing I learned is happiness is a choice. Even though I manage to take care of my mental health, I often feel like giving up, being upset and motivated or emotional. I was trying to resist it at first, but I just realized they're just emotions. And every human being will have those ups and downs. The problem is often the point of view that I have. It's true that our perspectives greatly influence how we perceive life. The key to being happy is knowing you have the power to choose what to accept and what to let go. Another thing I learned this year is practicing gratitude. It is always how we respond to a particular thing. So the more I practice gratitude, the more I started seeing the good side in the bad things. The way I think and feel started to change too. I started seeing more opportunities than just sadness like I used to. If something happens, I always say like, everything happens for a reason. And I try to find a reason, or at least I try to find a lesson that I learned from this issue that I face. Gratitude turns what we have into a no. Time flies fast when you're living a boring life. This is something that I learned recently. If I go about my regular life without trying new things, my brain will get bored and it will be perceived as a usual task, making time seem to fly by. So I managed to make sure that I try new restaurants, new cafe, or go to new places. Trying new things and breaking routines can definitely make time feel more meaningful and less like it's slipping away. At least I don't make my body go rotten in my room. Engaging in the same activities repeatedly without much change can make time feel like it's passing quickly because there's little novelty or stimulation to differentiate one day from another. Impress yourself, not others. It is more important to impress yourself, others. I found myself trying to impress people with what I have and what I can do. I found out that I was in the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect describes people's tendency to exaggerate how much others people notice and pay attention to their looks, behavior, or activities in social circumstances. Actually, nobody cares about what I do or who I am. Buy the things I don't want to impress people I don't even like, kind of a waste. So instead, I start paying attention to what kind of achievements could impress myself and my only self. Because if I achieve something, I know that I'm improving, that I am sticking to my values. I think what I learned is that impressing myself with new records and achievement is the only thing that is worth it. Last but not least, asking for help doesn't mean weakness. There's a quote: if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. I can't do everything by myself. I need the help of my team. I rarely ask friends for favors because I was the only child growing up. But if I wanted to work in the film industry, production company, or whatever I accomplished in my life, I need a team upon which I could rely on. I realized that everybody has unique talent and skills in their own fields, and it was my duty to seek advice and ask help from someone who is performing better than me. So having friends gets me this opportunity. So as I celebrate turning 22 today, I'm embracing these lessons with an open heart and a determined mind. Here's to a year of growth, self-discovery, and embracing the journey ahead. Reflecting on the past year, these lessons have deeply influenced how I view the world. As I begin this new chapter of age, I'm glad for the knowledge gained through experience. Life has been instructor teaching me the meaning of self-love, the value of freedom, and the importance of self-discipline and thankfulness. Thank you all for being a part of this journey with me.